The date was January 15th, 1947. Los Angeles lay bathed in the pale light of a winter morning. A chill hung in the air, unusual for the City of Angels. Betty Bersinger walked briskly down Norton Avenue, her young daughter skipping ahead. They were headed to the shoe repair shop. Something caught Betty's eye in a vacant lot. A flash of white against the dry grass. A mannequin, she thought, discarded and forgotten. As they drew closer, a chill ran down her spine. This was no mannequin. A woman's body lay severed in two at the waist. Her torso was pale, almost luminous against the dark earth. The sight was grotesque, horrifying. The woman's limbs were carefully posed, her arms bent at the elbows, her hands turned upwards in a gesture of supplication. Her face, once beautiful, was now a mask of horror. Her mouth was sliced into a ghastly grin, stretching from ear to ear. Panic surged through Betty. She shielded her daughter's eyes and screamed. The sound tore through the morning quiet, a primal cry that signaled the start of a nightmare. The Black Dahlia, as the press would soon dub her, had been found. Los Angeles would never be the same. The discovery sent shockwaves through the city. The brutality of the murder, the chilling precision of the body's mutilation pointed to a killer of unimaginable cruelty. The newspapers, hungry for a story, descended upon the scene. Photographs of the victim, her face obscured, were splashed across the front pages. The city held its breath, united in horror and morbid fascination. Who was this woman, and who could have committed such a depraved act? Elizabeth Short, a name lost in the headlines, overshadowed by the macabre moniker bestowed upon her. She was just 22 years old, a small-town girl with big dreams. Originally from Medford, Massachusetts, Elizabeth had come to Hollywood seeking fame and fortune. Like so many others, she was drawn to the glittering promise of the silver screen. She wasn't a star, not yet. She worked odd jobs, her beauty and charm opening doors. She waited tables, modeled for dime store portraits, and dreamed of seeing her name in lights. She frequented the nightclubs on the Sunset Strip, a fleeting presence in a sea of hopeful faces. Her life, though far from glamorous, was hers. She had aspirations, desires, a future she was determined to build. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Darkness lurked beneath the shimmering surface of Hollywood. Elizabeth, with her youthful naivety and trusting nature, was easy prey. Somewhere along the line, she crossed paths with evil. The details remain shrouded in mystery, lost to the passage of time. What we do know is that her life, so full of promise, was brutally cut short. The press, smelling a sensation, went into overdrive. The Black Dahlia wasn't just a murder victim. She was a story, a macabre spectacle for the public to consume. The newspapers, locked in a fierce battle for readership, seized upon the gruesome details of the case. They embellished, sensationalized, and invented. The name Black Dahlia itself, a product of this media frenzy, was a cruel joke. It was a reference to a popular film noir of the time, The Blue Dahlia, further blurring the lines between reality and fiction. Elizabeth Short, the girl with dreams, was reduced to a symbol, a cautionary tale of Hollywood's dark underbelly. The more lurid the details, the more newspapers flew off the stands. The public, both horrified and captivated, devoured every word. The case tapped into a deep-seated fear, a realization that beneath the glamour and sunshine, darkness festered. The Black Dahlia became a national obsession, her murder a gruesome reminder of the fragility of life and the darkness that lurked beneath the surface of the American dream. The Los Angeles Police Department, already stretched thin, faced immense pressure to solve the case. The eyes of the nation were upon them. The investigation, however, was hampered from the start. The crime scene, a busy public area, was hopelessly contaminated. Witnesses, eager to offer any scrap of information, often contradicted each other. Despite the challenges, the police worked tirelessly, pursuing every lead, no matter how insignificant. They interviewed hundreds of people, from Hollywood hopefuls to underworld figures. They scoured Elizabeth Short's past, searching for any clue that could lead them to her killer. The investigation was a sprawling, chaotic affair. The case files, filled with dead ends and false leads, grew thicker by the day. The pressure mounted, but the killer remained elusive, a phantom haunting the streets of Los Angeles.